Hello, everybody. Happy 12, 12, 12. 12, 12, 12 has arrived again. This is our second time around. The first time was in 2012, December 12th of 2012. And all of the energetics that were set in place back then are now coming to fruition. So what does this mean? What is this 12, 12, 12? Well, this 12, 12, 12 is an alignment of energies. This is how us as a collective, how we as a collective are helping ourselves to move out of this third dimensional matrix. So the third dimension is a dimension that contains all of the negative stuff. It contains the good, the bad, the ugly, the fearful, the shame, the blame, the guilt, the doubt. All of those things that cause dis-ease are contained inside the third dimension. And as humanity, we've been living inside that matrix of the third dimension for a very long time. We have been exploring what it is like to be limited. We are unlimited beings. We are grand, angelic beings of light who are here having a physical experience. So when we come into these physical bodies, we forget who we are. We forget that we are non-physical beings. We forget that we are infinite. We forget that none of physical reality has any hold over us, any power over us. But as we descended into that third dimensional layer of consciousness, we fell into this duality and polarity, good, bad, right, wrong, love, hate, war, peace, all of these paired opposites. And we have been living inside that matrix of these paired opposites in this conditional reality for a very long time. And we have been exploring every nuance of limitation, every single way we could possibly limit ourselves, every single way we could possibly hurt ourselves, kill each other. How do we be who we are not? We have explored that third dimension fully. And so now we are ready to step out of that third dimensional matrix. So here we are at this 12, 12, 12 portal, 2019. If you add 2, 0 plus 1 plus 9, that's a 12. So we get 12. So December 12th, 2019 is a 12, 12, 12. And these energies are really powerful. Have you guys noticed these powerful energies? Has anybody noticed dizziness, headaches, pain, aches and pains, feeling just kind of discombobulated? The energies are super strong. Maybe you've been feeling like you have to sleep a lot. You know, those are a lot of the symptoms that are these ascension symptoms that are manifesting through the collective right now. A lot of stomach upsets, a lot of headaches, a lot of dizziness. I have heard a lot of people talking about the dizziness, feeling like they're walking sideways. You know, if that is happening to you, then please start being aware that it's okay. It's not a sign that there's something wrong. Okay, obviously I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on TV either. But, you know, so you've got to use your own discretion. Hey, Donna, good to see you. Thanks for hopping on. Yeah, a lot of people needing more rest. These energies are coming in. So what is happening now is that humanity is stepping outside of this old third dimensional matrix, outside of the good, the bad, the right, and the wrong. And we are stepping into our infinite selves. We are starting to remember that we are grand angels who have stepped into these physical bodies. But as we start to wake back up, we start to remember our infinite nature. We start to remember who we are. And we start to step out of this third dimensional matrix. So we're starting to step out of the pain, the shame, the blame, the guilt, the doubt, the punishment, the fear. All of that stuff that has been plaguing us forever is contained inside that third dimensional matrix. And now is the time where this first wave of light workers, the ones who have really been on this path for a while, are stepping out of the matrix fully, finally. And it is basically stepping onto a brand new timeline. We are leaving the old third dimensional timeline behind. And it actually is just about that easy. It's not, well, easy is the wrong word. Simple. We'll use that word because it's more appropriate. Okay. Is to step off the old timeline onto a brand new timeline. The timeline that is the higher version of your life. You are entitled to, you deserve the best life you can possibly live. You are entitled to a better life. If you're struggling with your health, your wealth, anything that you are struggling with, you are an infinite being and you deserve to live a higher life. You don't have to be stuck in these old patterns of dis-ease. And that is what this 12-12-12 gateway portal is between now and December 21st through that solstice period and even into January through January 12th. This is a really, really powerful time on the planet. We are being sent light, encoded light. The light that is coming to the planet right now has codes in it. It's like secret codes that are coming in, but the codes are coming into our DNA, and they are codes that are helping us to upgrade ourselves, to open up, to activate our awareness, to start turning on any of the parts of our energy systems, the parts of our brains that have been turned off. These codes are being downloaded into our DNA, and they are here for us to use to be able to lift ourselves up to that higher timeline where things are easier, where we are actually starting to create heaven on earth. This is what is now possible. As we move, as we raise our vibration, we move ourselves up in vibration into peace and ease and integrity and joy and all of these words that allow us to feel more who we truly are. We are angelic beings of light. So we have the opportunity to live in full integrity with the rest of the universe, with the highest potentials that we can imagine for ourselves. We are creator beings, and we can create these higher potentials for ourselves. So this is what's happening on the planet right now. My personal experience is that I have started to be able to recognize myself as the big angel, the big being. I am seeing from a different perspective, from the perspective I am looking through now. My body is inside me. I am bigger than this body. I, who I truly am, is an infinite non-physical being, just as each and every one of you are non-physical infinite beings. So you too are much bigger than your body. You're much more than who you have been perceiving yourselves to be. So as that infinite being, you have infinite choice and infinite possibilities. And you are a creator. All of us are creators. We are creating in every moment. But when we have forgotten that we're creators, we kind of end up creating by default. And when we're not realizing that we're creating our circumstances, we get trapped inside our own circumstances. We get trapped inside our own creations. We start getting trapped in the dis-ease, in the fear. We're trained inside this third dimension to run away from our pain. As soon as something starts to hurt, as soon as something gets uncomfortable, as soon as we feel pain, emotional pain or physical pain, we're trained to turn away from that and to run away from that. But running away from it doesn't ease the pain. It doesn't make the pain go away. So now is the time that we actually can start looking at the pain and start changing it. We don't have to live in pain anymore, whether physically or emotionally. It is time for us to move up into a higher timeline. We can leave the pain of the third dimension behind. So each and every one of us has that opportunity now to start moving out of the pain, to start our ascension process. Many of you are already well on that road to ascension. You have already been walking this pathway. You have already gone very far on that ascension process. And now these energies are here to kind of push you over that edge, to push you out of the nest of this third dimensional matrix, to actually step all the way out and into your infinite self. You're being given the opportunity now to unfurl your angel wings and remember who you truly are. Because you are big. You are much bigger than your physical body. And you deserve to live the best, most joyful, most fulfilling life right here, right now. And I am here to say that you don't have to try to fix what's broken. You don't have to try to heal your body or fix your circumstances, because that's just kind of, putting your finger in the circumstances, and just stirring up the circumstances a little bit more. Here, now, we are having the opportunity to put down those circumstances, whatever it is, even if it's inside your body, if there's a dis-ease going on inside your physical body, we can actually start to walk away from that. We can place our attention on the body that is already healthy, and we can adjust our vibration, and we can simply adjust our vibration from vibrating in dis-ease to vibrating in radiant health. And it's sort of like tuning the dial on your radio station. You have to tune your vibration into what it is you want to experience. This is all the ascension process is. It's the process of fine-tuning ourselves. And it's the process of fine-tuning that vibration, going from a lower frequency vibration on that dial to a higher, finer, more refined, lighter frequency on that dial, a healthier, happier frequency. It's all about frequency. It's all about how we vibrate. It's all about our energy. And our energy is determined by our perception, how we see things, how we choose to see things. And for most of us, we have chosen to see things the way we were taught to see things. We were taught to see things the way our parents saw things, the way our teachers saw things, the way the government, the rest of society, our friends and neighbors, we see things the way we were taught to see things. But for the most part, that is from a very limited point of view. It's from a point of view of good and bad and right and wrong, from a conditional point of view. And it's somebody else's point of view. For the most part, it's not our point of view to begin with. How many times did our parents tell us, no, you can't do that? Well, why not? Simply because they didn't want us to do whatever it is we were doing, not because we couldn't or shouldn't or because it was wrong, just because it was inconvenient for them at the time. But then we took on that point of view, and we've been carrying around that point of view, limiting ourselves for all this time. Now, as these 12, 12, 12 energies are coming in through this solstice, through the beginning of this year, this 2020 year, it's about 2020 vision, being able to see clearly who we are. It's time to take your power back. It is time to step into the version of yourself that you truly want to be, that healthy, happy version of yourself that you truly desire to be. You don't have to continue to live as less than who you want to be any longer. So it's not about trying to fix what is. It is about being able to fine-tune that radio dial, fine-tune your frequency, raise your frequency, bring in more light into your body, bring these light codes in, fill up your body with more light. The more light we can hold in our cells, the higher we can raise our frequency. It's all this game of raising our frequency. So if we're still trying to fix and change things and heal things, we're still playing in that lower frequency. So it's time to kind of up the frequency. We get more of what we are focused on. So where is your focus? Are you focused on what you don't want, or are you focused on what you do want? This is changing the frequency. When we're focused on what we don't want, we just keep getting more and more of what we don't want. So when we're focused on what's wrong with me, then we keep getting more and more and more of what's wrong with me. And I'm pretty sure that none of you want that, right? I sure didn't, right? So now it's time to change the focus. What do you really want? What do you want your life to look like? Who do you want to be? It is time to get clear, because you can create any version of you that you desire to be. Healthy, wealthy, wise, happy. Everything is available. Every single choice is available, and it's all just choice. So as you begin to choose, and you choose better thoughts, you bring in more light, and you raise your vibration, your body starts to heal itself automatically, because that's the way it's designed. Your body is designed to heal itself. Hey, Michelle, thanks for hopping on. So anybody that's on here today, hop a little note in. Let me know that you're here. And if you have any questions about anything that I'm talking about, write them on in. I'm happy to answer anybody's questions. So this period of time is this time for us to raise our vibration. Hey, Patrick, thanks for jumping on. Thanks for saying hi. So it's time to raise our vibration. It's time for us to ascend. And all that means is it's time for us to remember who we truly are. We are big. We are powerful, not power over somebody else. That power is love. Love, unconditional love, is the power that powers this universe. Everything is powered by love. Love is the ultimate power. Love is the heal all, right? Love heals all wounds. So us being powerful beings of light means that we are filled with light and love. So you as a being, you as an angelic being are big. You are powerful. You have the power to create any life you desire to create. You have the power to be any version of you that you want to be. And all it takes is a little bit of a shift of perspective. All it takes is a little fine tuning of the dial to start seeing from a different perspective. The doors from that to that third dimension are now wide open. We can step through into these higher dimensions. Hey, Kathy, thanks for joining us. Good to see you here today. So this doorway to the old third dimensional matrix is now fully open. We are here to dismantle the rest of that third dimensional matrix. We are not meant to stay stuck. We are not meant to stay in dis-ease. We are not meant to remain uncomfortable in our own skin. It is time for us to create our own heaven on earth. And as we create our heaven on earth, we start creating heaven on earth for everyone around us as well. It's not that we're creating for anybody else, but as we each start creating our own heaven on earth, we start to create a platform. And we start to shine our light for everyone else to see. And we start to open the door to new possibilities for everyone else as we open that door for ourselves. So are you ready to walk through that doorway into the higher dimensional version of yourself? Are you ready to let go of this third dimensional matrix? Are you ready to let go of the pain, of the dis-ease, of all of the conditionality of the third dimension? Are you ready to unfurl your angel wings and fly? That's what's available to each and every one of us right now. So if you are ready and willing to open your wings and fly, reach out to me in a private message, because I have a new course that is going to launch in January. I am looking for 12 people who are really, truly ready to fly. And I'm going to help you unfurl your angel wings so you can finally step through into the higher dimensions, leaving this third dimensional matrix behind. It is time for everybody who is ready to actually step into your big angelic presence. It doesn't take long. It's not difficult. There's nothing complicated about it, but you have to be able to fine tune your dial. You have to be able to see from a slightly different perspective. Why? Because we are big. We are angelic beings that are much bigger than our bodies. So we have to be able to encompass a broader perspective. So we have to flip our focus from the human, physical, limited self to the angelic, non-physical, unlimited self. It is really quite simple. So there is a simple pathway that can now be walked from this third dimensional matrix into the fullness of who you are. So if you are ready to do that, please send me a private message. And over the next few days, I will be putting all the information in here so that you guys can see it. If you're watching this video and you're not part of the Soul Sourced Healing Facebook group, come on over and join the group. There's all I'm in the group all the time, happy to answer questions. So come on over and join us. And for anybody that's in the group that has any questions, put your comments below the video, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. So this 12-12-12 time, the energies are really strong. You may be experiencing ascension symptoms. If so, breathe with them. Start to recognize what's happening. If the room is spinning, if you have headaches, dizziness, nausea, if you feel like you need to sleep a lot, honor that. Allow your body to sleep. Give yourself extra rest. If you're feeling dizzy or you've got headaches, breathe, sit and breathe. Bring some more light into your bodies. Open up your chakras. Make sure that your crown chakra, if you have a headache, make sure that your crown chakra is open. And if it's open too much, if it's already open, it's open too much, close it down a little bit so you're not receiving quite so many energies. Okay, this is how we start to adjust our frequency. We start to look at the chakras. What's happening with the chakras? Am I getting too much energy or am I not getting enough light? Do I need more light in my cells or is the energy too intense right now? You can turn the dial down on each chakra as well. It's like every chakra has its own dimmer switch. Start speaking in the language of energy. Start noticing what's happening to your energy, okay? Because this is how you start to shift your focus from limited human to infinite being. You start to notice energy as our unlimited self, as our angelic presence, okay? As angels, we look at energy. And we start to change energy. We change the physical circumstances by changing the energy, tuning the dial in to what we want to experience. Okay, every single person has that ability, but you have to start noticing that. So you have to start shifting the way you look at things. So all of this is available to us now. It's time to unfurl those angel wings and step out of the baggage of the past, stepping onto a brand new timeline. We can just simply let go of that baggage of the past. We don't need to keep a tight grip on it any longer. We don't need to grapple with our baggage. We can simply let it go. And there's some very, very simple ways of letting that baggage go. We don't have to process it. We don't have to work through it. We don't have to come to terms with it. We can simply change the frequency of it and let it go. It doesn't, this ascension process, this shifting from the state of dis-ease, whatever that dis-ease is, into that state of vibrant, radiant, happy, healthy well-being is not difficult, and it doesn't have to take a long time. So when you're ready to make that shift, reach out to me, send me a private message, and I'll get in touch with you so we can talk and I can let you know more about all the options that are available. So for everybody that joined in today, thank you so much. I really appreciate you spending your lunch hour with me today. So until next week, create for yourselves a great day. And if you have any questions, please put them in the chat, send me a private message. I am always happy to answer any questions. And when you're ready to move forward, let me know, because I am ready to help you shift quickly, easily, and simply. All right. So thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time, create for yourselves a great week. Talk to you next week. Bye-bye.